Hey, what's up everybody, Stan Conrad is here. In this video we are going to learn another phrase in Koine Greek. You will be able to recognize it, to see it, and to translate it properly. So you will become more accurate, more efficient, and you will speed up your translation. So let's begin. In Koine Greek, many words come together and create these logical units, these phrases which appear many times throughout the New Testament. So in this video, we're going to study one of those phrases, which is ian me. This is the construction which we're going to study in this video, ian me. Together, when they appear in this construction, these two words appear 48 times in the New Testament. So this is why we are studying it right now. So what does it mean? Let's look at each of these words separately and try to figure out the meaning of this construction. So ian means if, and me is the negative particle, which means no or not. When it works with the verbs, it means don't. So literally ian me means if not, and the shortcut equivalent of this phrase would be unless. So unless. So whenever you see it in the Greek New Testament, you should apply unless. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't fit the context, try the literal meaning if not and see whether it goes well. And then there's other options like it could mean without, or it could mean except. So now let's dive into the biblical text and see several examples. The Gospel of John, chapter 13, verse 8. Let's read. Ian me nipso se uk echeis meros met emu. Translation: unless I wash you, you have no part with me. So let's take a closer look. Ian me, this is our construction. We translate it as unless. And then we have the aorist subjunctive, first person singular, from nipto. I wash se means you, so unless I wash you. Uk is a negative particle, which means no or not. And then we have a verb echeis, from echo, I have. We have the second person singular ending. You remember o, eis, a. So second person singular meaning you. So you don't have meros. Meros means part, it means a share. So you don't have a share, you don't have a part. And then we have a prepositional phrase, met emu. So the preposition met works with two cases. When it stands with the genitive case, it means with. And when it works with accusative, it means after. So we'll look at this word, we see the genitive ending, and this is why the word met means with. So with me. So this is what we have. Unless I wash you, you don't have a part with me, or you have no part with me, you have no share with me. So here you have it, our construction, it works perfectly here. John 4:48, let's read. Ian me semeia kai terata idete, ume pisteusete. Translation: unless you see signs and wonders, you will not believe. So let's see how we get here. So ian me, again, we translate it as unless, so this is our construction. And then we have two nouns, semeia and terata, connected with the conjunction kai, which means and this is what we have here. Signs and wonders. Semeia means signs and terata means wonders. This is our verb idete. This is the aorist subjunctive. We remember that ian me requires subjunctive verb, so this is what we have here. So the verb is kind of goes after the direct object here, but in English we put the verb here. So unless you see, and this verb has the subject implied inside of it, so we have the ending eta, which means you plural. So unless you see signs and wonders, ume. Ume is a very interesting construction. In Greek, these two words, u and me, they are synonymous. Both of them means the same. They mean no or not. So when two of these words stand together, they create this very strong negation. I'm going to make a video about this construction, so subscribe to this channel so you don't miss it. And here we have a verb pisteosete, which comes from the verb pisteo. This is the Aries subjunctive. Again, we have the same ending right here, eta and eta. We can see that this connecting vowel is long. It should be epsilon like this, so the lengthening tells us that this is the subjunctive mood. We have the sigma, so this is the Erised subjunctive, second person plural. Again, you believe. So this last line could be translated as you will not believe because of this negation. So again, together, unless you see signs and wonders, you will not believe. Another great example from Apostle Paul, this time 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 16. Let's read. Uai garmoi estin ian me evangelisomai. Translation: for woe is to me if I do not proclaim the gospel. So in this example, our construction is in the middle of the sentence, so let's see how we get here. So uai is a beautiful word. It is an interjection and it means woe. Woe, gar means for, so for woe, moi. Moi is the dative singular for me. This is why we insert here to. This is our indirect object. So for woe, to me is, this is the verb eimi, third person singular. Okay, so for woe is to me. So this is how we get the first part. And now we come to our construction ian me. And here I rendered it if not, or because this is the verb, I went if I don't. We could go unless, so let's just try unless. So unless evangelisomai is a verb, it is an aorist subjunctive. Again, we have the ending omai. My is the first person singular, so this is where we get our subject. The subject is hidden within this verb in this ending, so we pull it out. This is the connecting vowel. We can see it's long, it's omega, not omicron, and the lengthening of the connecting vowel tells us that this is the subjunctive mood, and this is what ian me requires. They require the verb in the subjunctive mood, and so here we have a confirmation, and sigma is the sign of the Aries subjunctive. So we have the Aries subjunctive, first person singular, meaning I evangelize, or I proclaim the gospel. And because we have this negative particle, we need to say I do not proclaim the gospel, or unless I proclaim the gospel. So let's just see how it goes. So for woe is to me unless I proclaim the gospel. Or we could say for woe is to me if I don't proclaim the gospel. The book of Acts, chapter 27, verse 31. Let's read. Ian me hutoi meinosin en to ploio humeis sotenai u dynaste. Translation: unless these remain in the boat, you cannot be saved. So let's review. This is our construction. Ian me, we translate it as unless. And this is our subject, hutoi. It is the demonstrative pronoun, which is masculine, plural, right here. And I translated it as these, but literally because it's masculine, we could say these men. So these men. Meinosin is our verb. It is a subjunctive, third person plural, from meno, remain. So unless these men remain. And to ploio, it is a prepositional phrase, in the boat. So this is what we got right here. And now we have another clause. Humeis means you, And this is our verb, sotene. It is aorist passive infinitive. We have the infinitive ending nai. We have the passive aorist suffix te, and this is the root from sozo, I save. So to be saved, and now we have a negative particle u and dunaste. So you, plural, you cannot or you are not able to be saved. So this is how we get the second part, you cannot be saved. So let's review again. Unless these men remain in the boat, you cannot be saved. And this is our final example from the book of James, chapter 2, verse 17. So let's read. Hutos kai he pistis, ian me eche erga, nekra estin kat heoten. Translation, and so faith, unless it has works, is dead by itself. This example is a little bit more difficult than others because of this clause kind of inserted in between the main line. So let's just go slowly and see what we have here. So the word hutos means thus, it means so, it means therefore. So this is what I have right here. Kai, and, so and, so, he pistis, the faith, or simply faith. So this is what we receive here, and so faith, or and therefore faith. And here we have our clause ian me, which we render as unless. And then we have a present subjunctive from echo, I have. So you remember the present tense endings, or ace. A, so third person singular is what we are supposed to have here, but because it's a subjunctive, this epsilon lengthens into eta and iota jumps under the line, and so this is what we receive. So this is how we recognize that this is a subjunctive. But also we just know that ian me requires subjunctive, so this is what we have. So third person singular meaning it, so it has, erga works. Alright, so unless it has works, it refers to faith. Alright, nekra is our adjective, and it's a feminine adjective. It means dead. It's feminine because it refers to this noun, hepistis, the faith, and it's also feminine based on this definite article, which is feminine. So feminine noun, feminine adjective, they connect. So dead is, estin means is. And here we have a prepositional phrase, kat heoten. Heoten is the reflexive pronoun, it means itself, and in this construction it means by itself. So let's just review quickly what we received. And so faith, unless it has works, is dead by itself. I think it would be easier if James would take this clause and put it at the end of this main line. Then we would read, and thus the faith is dead by itself unless it has works. But this is just his literary style of writing, so he decided to insert this one here, and I think it's beautiful, just beautiful verse. And so faith, unless it has works, is dead by itself. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you to learn, please smash that like button, subscribe to this channel so you receive more videos like this. And remember, we try to reach 500 subscribers so I could run a promotion of my video course of Biblical Greek Grammar just for the YouTube community. So subscribe. And if you want more information on this video course, go to this link, check it out, watch some samples, and make a decision. I wish you nothing less than success. Thank you for your support. Learn Greek, love God. I'll see you in the next video.